Welcome to our channel Eklavya. This channel is created for the 10th standard students of State Board. Here, we would be providing you with videos on chapters in the subjects like algebra, geometry, and science. We would be uploading contents on a regular basis. We aim to make learning easier for students through this channel. We will also provide you with some important topics from other subjects like English, History, Geography, Hindi, and Marathi. As grammar is the need of several students, we will be uploading videos on it regularly. So do subscribe our channel for more such videos. Thank you. So our today's topic is linear equation in two variables. Before going to the topic, I would like to say what is an equation. So an equation is a mathematical expression which is separated by an equal to sign in between. Then the question comes, what is a linear equation? A linear equation is any equation in which the degree of the variable is 1. So what do you mean by degree? Degree in simple words can be said as the power. Okay? And then the linear equation which contains two variables at the maximum is called as linear equation in two variables. So now let's look at a general form of the equation. The general form of the equation is ax plus by is equal to c. Here a and b are the coefficient of variables x and y respectively, and a, b, c are the real numbers, and a and b cannot be 0 at the same time. Okay, so now since we know the general form of the linear equation, now let's look at some of the examples of linear equation. What can be a linear equation and what cannot be linear equation. So the first example I would like to take is, suppose 3x plus 4y is equal to 2. Is this a linear equation? Yes, this is a linear equation as the coefficient of a, b and c are real numbers. Okay, so this is a linear equation. Yes. So next example I would like to take 2x square plus 3y is equal to 5. Is this a linear equation? No, this is not a linear equation because here the degree of the variable of x is 2. We need degree to be 1 for this equation to be a linear equation. So this can't be a linear equation. So the answer here is no. Let's look at another example. Suppose 0.5x plus 0y is equal to 6. So is this a linear equation? The answer is no, because 0.5 is not a real number. So this equation is not a linear equation. Let's take a look at another example. Suppose root 5x plus root 2y is equal to 7. Is this a linear equation? The answer is yes. Why? Because root 5 and root 2, they are root numbers, but they are also at the same time real numbers. So this is a linear equation. Now let's take a look at some other examples. Suppose 3 by x plus 2 by y is equal to 2. Is this a linear equation? No, this is not a linear equation. The reason being, for an equation to be a linear equation, the variables x and y should be present in the numerator. Here x and y are present in the denominator. For them to be present in the numerator, we have to cross multiply and bring the variables as same, which will take the following steps. Cross multiplying it, 3 into y plus 2 into x, and we will get x into y as common base is equal to 2. 3y plus 2x is equal to 2 into xy. This is not a linear equation as there is a multiple term of x into y. So this is not a linear equation. Now since we know what are the linear equation, what is a linear equation, how can we identify them, now let's look at a method to solve them. So the very first method of solving a linear equation is simultaneous equation. Okay, so what is a simultaneous equation? Simultaneous means together. So if we are going to solve two equations at the same time, we call it as simultaneous equation. So let's look at an example of the simultaneous equation. I will take a random example, like say x plus 7y is equal to 10 and 3x minus 2y is equal to 7. So how to solve these equations? The first step is writing the equation one at a time and naming it. X plus 7y is equal to 10. Give it as equation 1. Then write the next equation, 3x minus 2y is equal to 7, and name it as equation 2. Okay, so now the first aim is to achieve same coefficient of x or y in both the equation. What do I mean by the same coefficient? Means the number which is prior to the variable. Like here we have 1 in the first equation of x and 3 in the second equation of x. So we need to bring the coefficient of x as same in both the equation. How can we achieve it? We will see to it. Okay, so now the simplest way to do it is multiply the coefficient of the first equation in the second and the second equation in the first. Similarly, we can bring the coefficient of y as same. For doing that, we have to multiply equation 1 with 2 and equation 2 with 7. Okay, this will bring us same coefficient. So for example, let's see, we have to bring the coefficient of y as same here. So we have to multiply equation 1 with 2 and equation 2 with 7. This will gain us the required equations. So multiplying equation 1 with 2. So it would be 2 into x plus 7y is equal to 10. Note, this 2 is getting multiplied with LHS as well as RHS. So it's better to mention a big bracket. So 2 into x will get us 2x plus 2 into 7 14y is equal to 2 into 10 20. This is an equation, so give it as number 3, equation 3rd. Okay, now multiplying equation 2 with 7. So 7 into 3x minus 2y is equal to 7. 7 3s are 21, plus into minus minus, 7 2s are 14, y is equal to 7 7s are 49. Name it as equation 4. Now we have the coefficient of y as same. Okay, if we have coefficient of any one variable as 1, we can multiply that variable by the coefficient of other variable to get the same coefficient. For example, here the coefficient of equation 1 of x is 1. So just multiplying it by 3, we can get the desired equation, the same coefficients. Okay, so let's continue our sum. We have got the equation 3 and 4. Now, depending upon the signs of the same coefficient, we decide our operation. If the signs are different, means one is plus and other is minus, we perform addition, as plus 14 minus 14 will cancel out each other. If the signs are same, say plus comma plus or plus minus minus minus, we'll perform subtraction to get the other sign as opposite to the first. So here we have the signs plus minus, so we'll perform addition. How do we write it? Adding equation 3 and 4. Okay, I'll write it on next page so it's better to understand. Okay, equation 3 was 2x plus 14y is equal to 20, and the other equation was 21x minus 14y is equal to 49. Okay, we are doing addition. So if we are doing addition, there is no change in the sign. So this was plus, so it will remain plus. This was minus, so it will remain minus. This was plus, so it will remain plus. Now we just have to add. 21 plus 2 gives us 23. The same way. Plus 14 minus 14 will cancel out each other. Is equal to 49 plus 20 will give us 69. But we don't need a value of x. We don't need 23x. We need a value of x. So we just have to get a value of x. So since 23 was getting multiplied here, it will get divided on the other hand. 69 by 23. 23 ones are, 23 threes are. So the value of x is 3. Now to get the value of y, we just have to substitute the value of x in any of the equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. Suppose I substitute the value of x in equation 2. So how do we write it? Substituting x is equal to 3 in equation 2, we get. These steps don't carry marks, but if you don't write, teachers do often cut your marks. So better to write it. So now substitute the value of, first write the equation. What was the equation? 3x minus 2y is equal to 7. Now substitute the value of x is equal to 3 in the given equation. Therefore 3 into x is 3 minus 2 into y is unknown is equal to 7. 3 3s are 9 minus 2y is equal to 7. So let's take 9 to the other end. Minus 2y is equal to 7. It was plus 9. So when it goes to the other side, it will get minus 9. Minus 2y same. Plus 7 minus 9. 7 minus 9 or 9 minus 7 2. Sign of the bigger number which is minus. So minus 2. Now we have minus on both sides. So it gets cancelled. We don't need the value of 2y. We need y. So y is equal to 2 by 2 which is 1. So we have our answer. Always write answer like this. Therefore, x comma y is equal to 3 comma 1 is the solution of the given simultaneous equation. So this was our video for today. As it was an introduction video, we will just be taking one sum. In the next video, we will learn further sums and also learn various types. So do like, share and subscribe for more such videos.